From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Matt Harvey, a native of Connecticut, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
Striding forward is the leadoff man, Jacoby Ellsbury, and we are just about ready for baseball from New York.
Center fielder, number 22.
Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw on to first, and Ellsbury's the ground out victim to open up the ball game. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Just don't be stupid up there. Don't chase balls out of the zone. Move guys along when the situation calls for it. Play the game.
Stepping in, Brett Gardner. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Harvey gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Right scoops it up, and a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch David Wright at third base in this one. Still a very dependable third baseman. Not quite the third baseman he was early on in his career. He's had physical limitations over the last few years, but still one of the better ones in the game.
Carlos Beltran gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
And Fillmore usually gets high praise from most people for his command of the zone. He will occasionally give the pitcher just a little extra off the plate if he spots it well, though.
2 out, nobody on. This is line to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And even if this doesn't lead to a run, it's important not to let this guy get out there and skate through the first inning, throwing as few pitches as he has. If nothing else, maybe you force him to throw another, 5, 6, 7 pitches to the next hitter.
Mark Teixeira will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
One of the great things about having a crosstown rival, as a visiting player, it's a lot like a home game. You're not dealing with hotels, airports, travel. You get to sleep in your own bed, stay in your routine. It's a big plus.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. A runner on first with 2 away. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. Chopped weakly to the left. Cabrera's up with it. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Yankees. It's the Yankees 0. Mets coming to bat. It's the Subway Series of New York, and it's on the show. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, when you talk about starting pitchers, he's one of the most consistent there is in the game. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. I expect him to throw a good ball game here in this one.
Curtis Granderson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Ooh, and he'll try to work the inner half with the split finger, but that one nearly got him.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. He's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. And don't give him anything he can drive.
David Wright stands in as he looks at a called strike. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. Two different locations, but equally effective.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Bases are empty, one man out. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Now a swing and a miss, strike 3 as Wright is gone for out number 2. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, one of the most exciting things we're going to have an opportunity to see in this one, the throwing arm of that catcher. He absolutely has a cannon. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you ever saw him on the mound someday. We'll get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
Lucas Duda gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike 1.
Well, if these guys indeed want to get themselves a win here on the road, they're going to need a big pitching performance. And this has been a very strong first inning to this point.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, 1 is a splitter that misses for the first ball. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Brian McCann will dig in now. The American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago.
Brian McCann.
Harvey steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo home run for Brian McCann as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, well, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's Chase Headley.
Third baseman, Chase.
Chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-1 delivery. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs, nobody on. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. And this is swung on and missed as Headley is a strikeout victim here, 1 away.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle, it's 0-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Called strike 0-2.
Man, I don't know what he's waiting for. That one was even more down the middle than the last one was.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Ready on 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Well, this is how you bounce back from giving up a home run. Back-to-back strikeouts. As a pitcher, you've got to have a short memory out there, and he looks like he's come back from that one in pretty good shape.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One for the Bombers here on the home run by Brian McCann. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 New York. Yoenis Cespedes strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Beltran has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
Settling in now, Neil Walker, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Curveball, but a good job to lay off, and he works out the free pass.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
Travis d'Arnaud takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and one away. Hit to third. Here's Castro for one. On to Teixeira, and it's in time for the double play. The side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Steve, Eric, and I are back with more after this. Some fans still trickling into the ballpark as we get you set for the top of inning number 3. Masahiro Tanaka set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you, because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0.
It's one thing to go 2-0 on a guy, but it's another to do it to a pitcher, and still another to do it to an American League pitcher. You've got to throw a strike right here.
3-0 now.
Of all the people to lose the strike zone against in this lineup, he's got to be out there thinking, how is this happening against the pitcher?
And that misses as well. It's ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to the pitcher leading off the inning. Wow.
Now
Yeah,
batting,
a 4-pitch
center
walk
fielder,
to the pitcher.
Jacoby
That won't make that
Ellsbury.
guy very happy. Just lay it in there. He's probably taken anyway.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially if for a guy in this part of the lineup.
Harvey pauses, 1-0 on its way. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
To 2-2 now.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Ball 3 here as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with the fastball.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
That's 2 walks now here in this 3rd inning. I mean, it seems like he's having a hard time picking up the catcher right now.
Gardner.
Brett Gardner will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And after a walk, I think there's a little anger behind that fastball.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slider, and he touches 90 with that one. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as the Yankees start to pull away a bit. It's now 4-0.
Well, and now that's the 2nd home run that he's allowed here in just 2+ innings of work. And no question, they've had his number here in the early going, and now they stretch the lead out even further.
Now batting.
Here's Carlos Beltran.
Carlos Beltran.
As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he's going to have to straighten himself out here pretty quickly, or he's going to be in danger of coming out of this ball game.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. And the count will be full. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone.
He definitely needed that one after the three-run home run. Don't get me wrong. He hasn't forgotten about it, but that's a good job of putting it behind you and getting back to the task at hand.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Lined hard toward right center, but this will hang up long enough for the center fielder to run under it as he makes the play for the second out.
Well, I'll tell you, you definitely have to have outfielders that can cover some ground in this yard. That's headed for the gap, but that's a nice job to get over there quickly and run this ball down.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. As he'll go after a curveball off the plate, it's strike one. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Ready with the 0-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Granderson going back, and Granderson runs out of room. It's over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, and that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now.